Hey guys, this is Ridgman here. I picked this up a while ago and just haven't actually played it yet. So, this has been out for a while. It's Stanley Parable. So, where'd you gonna start? See what happens. It's supposed to be very sarcastic. So, it should be very entertaining for me.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, back to control now. Time be it. Ooh, the clock works. This would be miserable to do. 9 to 5, sitting here typing out buttons all day. I would be miserable. I think most everybody would be. Okay, let's go. Ooh, I'm fast. Stanley can sprint. What are you doing? Nothing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oops. Shouldn't leave your computer on. I'll log into Facebook on your account and hack it and whatnot. What does that say? I like work just like my boss. You're a weird person then. Ooh, pretty picture. I don't know why I'm trying to open these doors. They're probably all locked. Right? Turn your computer off. I don't care if you have an important spreadsheet there. I'll be looking at nudies for all I know. Ooh, 4B6. So, where am I going? Somewhere over here?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Weird room.
he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Wee. Let's come in here.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How do you become whiteboard manager? Sounds like a very nice job. Office party. Pre-review of weekly review. Okay. Wait. Oh, never mind. Not cost efficient. Okie dokie. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire the paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper guy. Who moved my desk? I don't know. Please keep the targets on the topic of blank. Complete today's unfinished agenda items. Reflect. That's a very good, list for tomorrow. Wait, where's 431? I want to meet Jim. Okay, on we go. Where do my future dreams lie? I have no idea. I'm doing this right now. I have no idea. Ooh, wait, what's his name? Is he still in here? Is John still in the broom closet? John.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
But why?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I'm gonna stay. Ooh, duct tape. I feel like I should be taking these.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I'm doing 6 squats, brah.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing?
Squatting.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
My workout routine. I do it private so people don't judge me.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Yes.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
But John was in here.
It didn't occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
How do you know?
I never would have thought to mention it.
That broom might be the legendary broom of dusters. I might need it to slay the Dust
Maybe
King.
to you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
My favorite is this pipe wrench. And the broom. The broom of dusting.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
You're out on all 3 accounts right there, buddy. I am a fat, ugly slob
Well,
who...
I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical melody of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
No. You insulted me. You insulted me and my family, and our love of hookers and drugs. So no, I shall not abide by your rules. So we're just going to end this episode in here. So, we're going to have you stare at a blank wall for the next 3.5 hours. That should be enough commentary and, gameplay footage for y'all, right? No? Okay.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Thanks, man. I strive for excellence. Ooh, broom closet. Ooh, dead body.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to.
He's eating a banana.
Fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
So you finished your witty, sarcastic self in here? We cool? Think we're good? Okay. Doo-doo-doo.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
It's bright outside. It's bright outside. Oh, I need to poop and pee. I want to do it in style in the executive washroom. She leave her computer on. Ooh, good job, Miss Secretary. Or Mr. Secretary. What's up here? Nothing. Business time. That's a nice tide, boy.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Yeah.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I'm a pianist virtuoso. I want to play it. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go through here. Go through the scary warehouse and the really big boss's room. R19. Okay. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. Sweet.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yes, I have more idea to think for myself. So, I'm gonna follow this like portal. Off we go.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
See blinking red lights. Am I really gonna die?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I'm gonna run to a pole first.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Hey, you told me to think for myself, brah. I'm doing that. That's a hole. Well, I'm breaking my legs. Yep, broken legs, broken spine. I'm afraid.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
It's gonna be painful.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body. killing him instantly.
Boxes. Thank you, lady.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Ooh, pretty.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
That's... okay. Stanley's computer. And it, just like mine, it ain't working. Office layout. Where am I? Corridor. In good time. Wait, am I in like a dev area? Kind of like their museum and a lot of collector's editions. Those are nice, sexy filing cabinets. Nice and square and blocky. I love it. Okay. The office. I never saw those doors. Here's Marcy's computer. What are these? I like that one. Here are the credits. So apparently we've already beaten the game. That's nice to know. That was more than this. Okay, that's what I thought. Let's use the source engine. Computer off. Database. Hey, you can't play solitaire on work time. No emails. Stay off. Now where are we at? Ooh, boss room. Ah, the one on the far right is like my soul. Empty and devoid of all that enjoyment in life. Office clock. Still working. I probably should look at that. See what time it was. Although I don't even know where I'm at. I'm going. This is a big... oh, that ain't a big roundabout. What am I doing now? Mr. Narrator, I need help. I need guidance. A freedom ending. Oh, okay. I hear him speaking over there. Whoa. I'm so lost. So these are just... okay, this is just like their ending credit area. What is this? Version of the ending known as Zending. Okay. Zending Lebos. Can't pull them. Fourth version. Okay. It only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Huh. Well, I'm lost. What do we got? First choice. First choice. One doorway to the maintenance and lounge. One doorway to the maintenance lounge and the original way to track auction. Wood. So this is just them speaking about everything. Okay. Cargo lift. Another cargo lift. I'm gonna go see if I can find out what the narrator is at again. Once I figure out. Is to win. Is it the clock before 4? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? Text and who would see the game. The point of the Stanley Parallel HD remix is to lose. Maintenance room. Okay, I'm back over here now. I'm gonna walk straight and up this thing so I can find the narrator. Okay, Mr. Narrator, where are you at? Lounge chair. Ah, this is where I bailed out on the guy.
Stanley stood on the snow. Nothing there.
Frightening.
Well, try the other one. Stanley stood on the roof.
3 separate times over 2 years of development.
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. When Stanley perfect example of poor level design.
Okay. How'd I get out of here?
It's the kind of thing you pick up on YouTube.
I don't know what I'm actually supposed to be doing. But okay. Ooh. So there are several endings from what I've. Oh, here we go.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
You gonna keep talking or are we good? You good? Alright, you good?
Can you see?
No.
Can you see how much they need one another?
No.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time
Time chose. Oh, okay. Okay, nothing happens when I hit resume. Game is now paused. And begin again. Because apparently I'll let time choose. And this is the Stanley Parable. Begin the game again. Alright. But yeah, this is Stanley Parable. Apparently it's supposed to have like several different endings. Guy's very sarcastic. So this could be very enjoyable. I'll probably take a couple more episodes, let y'all kind of tell me what y'all think about it. You know, I'll play it continuously if you want me to. If not, I can find something else to play. So I was going to say something, but I forgot what I was going to say. So I can't honestly think right now. So I hope y'all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. As always, I'll see y'all in a later video. Thanks. Bye.